say, but it's just the same one. So why are you justifying, but it's cheating?
Yeah, and then
why are you still here?
Ati tumetoka mbali. We've been through, but then usually when you hear people saying tumetoka mbali is fine. When you hear people
I want tumetoka mbali financially.
Financially is still fine.
Yes.
But when most of the time when you hear people say we've been through ups and downs, those downs were cheating stories.
Which is so annoying because number one, you're also risking cheating husband. I don't know how to forgive a cheating husband. You cheat on me, you've disrespected me. That's the level. That's the lowest actually. Because now, how do you tell me you don't love me if you don't?
But they justify that by saying that cheating has nothing to do with love.
I cheated only on one. I think for men, it doesn't happen emotionally.
Yeah, physically.
You cheated.
Hello guys, and welcome to the fifth episode. Right? Welcome to the 5th episode of Sima and Say, where the kitchen stays hot and the conversation's even hotter. I'm here with
Esther
and
Rachel. So today we are digging into a conversation that everyone has opinion on, but not everyone is genuine about. Is marriage still real?
Some of us were raised believing that love plus marriage equals success. But today, more people are choosing to raise babies alone, become single, or even redefine what partnership is all about.
So belt up and join us because this is very personal.
As we delve into today's conversation, is marriage still the goal? We'll also be making chapati and beans in coconut cream. So for our beans, we have, of course, the pre-boiled beans, 1 tomato, an onion, some garlic, the coconut cream, and just a bit of spices, the curry spice and the curry powder and the Knorr cube, and of course cooking oil. For our chapati, normally I make my chapatis, we have the flour. I make my chapatis with a bit of butter, some salt, and some warm water, and a bit of sugar.
Today, I've not seen our favorite spice, Rico chili.
The Rico chili.
You started cheating on the he has started cheating on the Rico.
Because we want our meal to be a bit calm, so we are leaving out the chili.
Even because the topic is too hot.
Yes.
I totally understand.
The topic is hot enough.
Yes, so we are leaving out the chili, but let's dig in.
Okay. Let's get some statistic on today's topic, both globally and Kenya focus. Number one, marriage rates are declining. So this is global trends. So in the US, marriage rates have dropped by nearly 60% since 1970. In 2023, only 50% of US adults were married, down from 70 in 1970 research. The second research is single person household are rising. In many urban areas, 1 in 3 household is now single person household. So we also going to look at 3, which is Kenya specific statistic. So marriage still popular but changing. That is in Kenya. According to Kenya's 2019 census, 58% of adults were married, monogamous or polygamous. 35% were single, never married. 6% divorced, separated or widowed. Number 2, or the second statistic, is urban versus rural shift. In cities like Nairobi and Mombasa, young people professionally delaying marriages to focus on their career or financial independence. The second one on that specific stat, rising cohabitation and come with stay relationship informal but socially accepted. The third one, divorce rates are quietly rising. So while still relatively low, divorce in Kenya are increasingly, specifically, especially among married before age of 25. So the last one is about attitude shift. So marriage is no longer the goal for many people. A 2022 global study by Ipsos showed only 45% of Gen Zs and millennials see marriage as a life goal. Instead, financial stability, self-love, and mental health are ranked high. I think that's my favorite.
We are starting with our chapati. We'll need the flour. Don't ask me the quantity.
Kuna kupima?
We are listening to the ancestors.
Yes, pima na macho, my
The
friend.
ancestors wamesema.
There you go.
And this time you're cooking for 3.
The amount of chapatis that will come out of this is, we'll add some salt.
Ancestors?
Yes, and a bit of sugar just to balance out. There are people who don't like sugar in their chapatis. That is still okay. I do sugar and some oil. I think ancestors are still involved in this.
Until they say, enough, my child.
Enough, my child. That is enough cooking oil. And then finally our warm water. This is warm water. Then you start kneading your dough. I learned this recipe from a friend of mine. They're using the butter bit. It normally makes your chapos come out soft. Plus, I like the taste of butter. You can still make it without the butter, but I prefer mine with the butter.
Wow. So normally there is no specific time that you need to knead your dough.
So now you add the butter, just a bit of butter.
You melted the butter.
Yes, it's melted butter. Then you knead again. So now our dough is ready. As you can see.
It's not sticking anymore.
Yes. So now we'll cover it with a cling film and let it rest for a few minutes.
What captured my mind is attitude are shifting, where only 45% Gen Zs and millennials see marriage as life goal. Instead, they prefer financial stability, self-love, mental health as the ultimate goal. What do you think?
I think that shift is good.
But it's sounding like Instagram trend. What do you think?
Why?
The positivity.
But you know, even before you get into marriage, you should remember that there's you as an individual person and then there's the other person.
Yeah.
Most of the time we forget you as a person. Me as Esther. What am I bringing to this marriage, or what do I want to do with my life? So you focus more on Esther and Mr. So and so, you as a couple, and then you forget about yourself. So I'm glad Gen Zs are thinking that you focus more on yourself first before you think about marriage.
And I like the fact that it's 45%. 45% is a big number,
Yes.
and this was by 2022.
Yes.
And actually, it is global study by Ipsos. Ipsos, I thought Ipsos is Kenya, but it's global. So maybe they did it globally.
Yeah.
Okay, we are heading somewhere.
I think those numbers are getting even higher. Yeah, because things are changing.
And
people are shifting from the line of thinking that being in a marriage makes you whole. Yes.
You see, let me tell you, I think it's about how we were raised.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like life there was a manual to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to school, you are a baby, you grow up, you start the kindergarten, you go to this,
Yes.
and then there is a stage everybody is looking at you like, hey, Neke. And then
Your aunt start asking you to go and greet a specific
yes,
person when you go to church.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As if you were just living, waiting for them to give you this specific person. Yeah. I think this was good.
And I think I also like the shift in parents, also in parenting, because nowadays, if you, I don't know, maybe other people it's different, but there's shift also in parenting. So the parents are not giving you that pressure. Unaleta mtu lini. Yeah, there's a bit of shift. They are for, do you want to go back to school?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Me, I'm here to support you.
Yes.
Me, I think it's the self-love bit. People
Yes.
have decided to love themselves
Yes.
in a deep way, in that even my child, I don't want you to go. Can we just be us? Me and you. Where are you going?
Where are you going to?
Yes, and that is very, very important.
Yeah.
That was nice.
And people are shifting from staying in marriage for the sake of it. Yeah, like the stats say that more divorce rates are on the rise. So people are not dying.
Yeah, don't stay there to be seen married.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any trophy.
You're not going to get any trophy.
And we are not also victimizing
divorces.
Yes, as
we
before.
used to.
Yeah, because now you see, they say better a divorced daughter than a dead one.
A dead one.
Yes, very true. And that one is very, very important.
Yeah, and it's not just physical. You know, people think like you can only die because of the physical bit. Even emotional torture, that thing can take you to grave.
Yes.
True. Yeah.
And it cuts across both sides. Because unfortunately, even men are abused.
True.
Yes. So for whichever case, it's better to stay alive. Stay alive. Rather than
alive and sane.
Yes, and sane.
The funny one, the spoiler. Kenya's specific stat, the one that was done by 2019 census. 2019 is just the other day. The other day. So they are saying 58% of adults were married, either monogamous or polygamous, which makes a lot of sense though.
Yes.
We still have homes, which is also good. We are not saying marriage is bad. They are good marriages.
Yes.
Yeah. And then also 35% were single. Never married. 35 is also a big number.
Some of us are in the 35%. What do you mean?
Why are you guys so determined? 35.
They're still busy.
We're chasing the bag.
And then only 6% divorced, separated, or widowed. So the single, never married, are overpowering the divorced, separated, or widowed. But they are coming. The married should run for their money.
Why?
Because the single ones are also coming. The competition is just too much.
The competition is stiff.
But I think this was a good statistic.
Yes.
It's balancing off.
Yeah.
So we still living a normal life.
Yes.
And then rising cohabitation and come with stay relationships.
Yeah.
Hey, Gen Zs are moving in at 19. And at 22, they have 2 kids and they're separated.
Yes. No, I think we should do something about that.
What can we do? What can be done?
Things are changing.
I think people are
You are a baby, you cannot take care of a baby.
What can you tell a 19-year-old who has decided to get married?
And will they listen?
They won't listen.
I think most of the time,
You guys,
they are doing it for convenience.
Yeah.
And it starts like, see, why are we paying rent
Together.
to different places? You just move in together.
Imagine they are moving in with my money. I'm paying your rent. and instead of utilizing my rent, you're going to cohabitate with someone.
Yes, you as a
Then I
parent.
still buy food for this, thinking you're living alone.
Yes.
So you as a parent, you think your Gen Z
Hey, parenting is hell.
somewhere in university, living alone.
They're married.
They're married.
Like married. And then after 3 years, they're done.
They're done.
But there is a baby.
There's a baby.
A very innocent baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God. There is nothing you can do about it.
It's tough.
Nothing.
It's tough.
Because
Tea for
22 is still a baby. In
Yes,
a
it
way.
is.
Yeah, 22. At 22, you're still an adolescence ends at 24. Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Some scientists have argued that way. Yeah.
So you
Because your frontal lobe forms after 25. So you're still.
So can you just explain this front of something? I'm lost. Kizungungu.
We'll explain it in another video. On to the first story. The married but lonely wife. She did everything right. Married young, had 2 kids, stayed loyal, but 12 years in, her husband was emotionally unavailable, and she felt more alone in marriage than she ever did when she was single. She used to cry in the shower so no one would hear. She's still married but says her heart checked out years ago. Can marriage become a prison if there's no connection?
This woman is staying because of these kids. But there are only 2 babies. How it will look is such a long time. 12 years of staying with an emotionally available husband.
Yeah.
And you are crying. So what's your plan? You're going to cry for the rest of your life.
Why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
Remember, I think this is where the point that remember the point where I said before the marriage, who were you before the marriage? Because this comes in when you get into marriage and you forget about yourself. It is very important to remember yourself so that you don't feel left out or you don't feel like someone is not emotionally available. I think there was a disconnect somewhere in between the 12 years. Something happened. Maybe she put all her effort in the marriage and forgot about herself, and now she's feeling wasted and I don't know, lonely after all these years.
I think statistic that we missed out was about people who stayed but very lonely.
Yes.
In these marriages. We want to know how many are you. The problem is like it's 12 years down the line, you've been crying and you still planning to cry for the rest of your life because I was told you cannot change a man.
No, you can't.
And why is this man not emotionally available at this point? That's not your problem, by the way. As a woman.
Yeah, that's not your. But generally, I think people have too many expectations of what a marriage should look like.
But let me ask you, because now you're confusing me.
Yeah.
Are you trying to justify the fact that she's crying and it's like that's how they defined their marriage and it's fine?
No, I'm not justifying that. I'm just saying, from the get-go, a lot of people have the wrong idea of what marriage is. Yes. Marriage is not a rosy place.
Not bed of roses.
Nah.
There is ups and downs.
There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that has to be done by both parties.
Somebody said the marriage you are dreaming of right now, maybe you just newly married, that the marriage that you are dreaming of right now is 10, 12 years down the line.
Yeah.
But that is very sad because that means you're going to cry for 10, 12 years to come.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, her heart checked out years ago.
Yeah.
But why are you here?
Because she wants to stay married.
We're going to add some tomatoes we already added some garlic. We'll add some tomatoes.
She wants to stay married.
Very good.
Yeah.
Why? Because people will talk about it's the
Maybe
society.
society.
It's the society.
Sometimes
it's the babies.
Yeah, it's the baby.
It's
Sometimes
the baby.
people think about everything they've invested in the marriage, even if it's not monetary. Your time, your emotions, your best movie. Yes.
And actually, it is very true. If you remember how it started. started.
Yes, and then now when you think about and now you're going to leave this marriage, then it becomes a challenge because you start telling yourself, okay, now where will I go? All these years later, where am I? 12 years
Where am I
later,
going to?
where are you going?
You don't even know yourself anymore.
Yes,
But
yes.
let us not forget the fact that leaving a toxic man is not easy.
Yeah, it's not.
Hey, today things are not rosy. Tomorrow he's here with flowers.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful flowers, and you are the baby girl. You are the apple of his eyes, and so you keep on swimming in, I don't know, maybe just floating in and hanging in there and hoping things will change. And apparently you are losing a lot of ears. And even these babies, you think you are staying for them, you are not staying for them.
They are seeing the toxicity
in this house.
They know that you people hate each other. Yeah.
He or she will grow up also hating the partner.
Yeah.
So it's roller coaster with that. Please take care of yourself, take care of your babies, come fast. If you've checked out. Wacha kuwestia huyu kijana time. Siaenda apate mwingine who is not checking out.
You know,
he's not here. She's just here physically. This man deserves a woman who is here. And the fact that he's also not here. The guy is also not here. He's also not here. So who is here? No one.
You know, men don't initiate divorce. It's very difficult for a man to initiate divorce.
Why?
I don't know.
They don't love themselves.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never understood what the logic is. But if you
Even break up.
Momo, they'll just string you along until the day you decide and say, I've had enough.
In the meantime, what do they do?
So they just string along and pretend that everything is okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh no. Now I advise our viewers, please, if you've checked out, don't waste my time. I need to go and get somebody who is here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to waste time. You checking out today, tomorrow I should be somewhere
else.
People should learn how to oga and kurudi soko.
Soko, exactly.
Oga na urudi soko if it's not.
I think people don't like going back to soko.
Soko ni chafu, boyfriend.
Soko ni chafu.
But let us go and receive. Let us go and receive the dirty. Let us go and receive the dirty one. We might find the clean one. Rather than
unaweza pata mabaki mazuri.
One thing you should not do also be the Bob the Builder. You take the dirty one you washed. The next day somebody come and pick the washed one because who wants the dirty one.
So you go back to the market and get another dirty one.
Your role is to wash. Mama Fua, the cleaner, really get a washing machine. Enough of people who have checked out emotionally but still there physically. Let's do some happy story.
Yeah.
So the couple who married at 50. I think that sounds nice.
That's my ideal age to get married.
Oh God.
kidogo mkufe.
So they met at 48. Both had lived full single lives. Single life. Mimi naurudia ndo mtu asiseme vitu zake because nawajua. She was divorced. He had never married before. They were each other's piece, not projects. They had a small backyard wedding surrounded by friends who had waited decades to see them find love. Very small, intimate wedding. You marrying at 50. First of all, you're very mature.
Yeah.
You've lived your life. You know what you want. I think it's everyone's dream life.
Yeah. And you're not marrying because you just want to get married. Yeah, you're married because
Finally you've settled and you think
this is what I
want.
want. I think those are the true love. I think true love only exists too. The one that the teenage one that you don't even know what you're doing. Kind of sweet.
and the one at 50.
At 50, both divorced. Kids. If you had kids, then all of them are now stable somewhere. A friend of mine told me if she ever wants to get married, she'll go for that 50 rich old man whose last born is of her age. Why? A lot of peace. A lot of peace. Like you see this guy, he has seen it all.
Yeah.
He look at you and says, so the tantrums.
Wewe mtoto.
Yeah, that's your thing. Ukimaliza ukuje tuongee. And then now when you come back, you find him very calm, collected, and it's like anyway, nilikuwa na utoto. And so now if I want to go to the mall, and then he's retired, retiree, he will take me to the mall.
Like his daughter, like the daughter you are.
The baby, like he will, like this is now literally taking care of me. Taking care of me. But hawa vijana. So story is like they did what they want. They had a wedding,
lives,
fulfilling lives, and their wedding was not for my community.
It was
that
for them.
uncle that we've never been in good terms, to see that I can actually wed. Like, very intimate, very nice. Few people just in the backyard, did not cost them their arm, an arm and a leg, and definitely they are not divorcing again. They're old.
Those ones are not divorcing.
So at the end of the day, pick what works for you, because I think that worked for them. Others might not be the same.
Yeah.
So pick what works for you.
Others want to explore life,
And others will still even be fighting even at that age.
Yeah.
There's a story.
But they don't leave each other, and they love each other as well.
There's a story about there was a case about someone had shot the husband because of stepping on a wet floor while she was mopping.
Oh no.
And then they went to court, so the officer was being asked. The call was made at this time. Why did you respond? Why did it take you 2 hours
To respond.
or to pin her down or to arrest her? The officer was like, the floor was still wet. This lady killed the husband.
No, me I'm lost.
The lady killed
The woman killed the
husband for stepping on wet floor. So now the arresting officer.
So the husband died?
Yes. He's being asked, why did it take you too long to...
The floor was...
Yes. Was still
Would have been shot too.
A lot of stories there. A lot of stories. One moral lesson. There is no right time.
Yeah.
When you feel you want to do it,
Yes.
at your own pace.
Yes.
Let nobody talk about, it is time. It's your time, not my time.
No one should pressure you.
Let
No one should pressure you.
Let me live my life the way I want. And but I don't know.
The other day I went. It's not the other day. That's a bit. It's quite some time back.
Yeah.
I went to see a gynecologist,
Yeah.
and then tukiwa hapo kwa queue, a certain lady struck a conversation with me. I think she's like 40. She was telling me, don't you don't want to be 40 and pregnant.
I also don't want. I also don't want. Yeah, I don't even want to be
She was
35
so
and-
tired. She was so tired. Like, and the pregnancy was like about 5 months.
Yeah.
She was so tired.
Yeah, because you see,
Yeah.
I
So it's tricky.
also don't
But you see, that is the kind of pressure that now makes people settle too early, and in the wrong marriage.
Yeah.
Because you're saying, I don't want to. I remember there was a time there was a craze about I want to have kids young. So that when I go
all
visit
these
my
are
kids in
trends.
school,
All these are trends. They come, they go.
Yes.
There is, at one point they get married old,
Yes.
and it will work for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Others are saying, I want to have my kids young so that when I go visit them in school, then the people will say, my kid has a beautiful, hot man. Yes. So these are just trends. At the end of the day, find what works for you.
If you want
Yes.
the best parenthood in how hot you look, when your kid is in from one, then you're lost. You're not very serious
Because you
about
might
this.
even want to have a kid at 30 or at 25, but you're not. You have challenges conceiving.
So that's another thing.
Yeah,
we need to extend grace to women because number one, there are people who are very lucky.
Yeah.
They get married young. They live happily ever after. They have good families. They have beautiful babies. They raise them well. They grow old. Then others, end up marrying young, divorcing later. Others marrying young, living in a very toxic environment for the rest of their lives. Others are able to choose themselves and live a fulfilling life. It is what works for you. It is your time. If you want to get married now, get a baby, please do it. If it doesn't work, move out. No, we are not going to judge you because you moved out of a toxic relationship. If you want to do anything you want to do. Some people are struggling to get pregnant. We are extending grace.
Our dough is finally ready. Now let's go to making the chapatis. I think there are two methods to oiling your chapatis. This is the first one where you take the whole dough, put some unga, then you roll. Just a bit. Then you add your oil. They normally say this is what gives you the layers, so it depends with how much layers you want. Then you cut each piece into a strip. Now you roll like this. If you feel it's too little, you can still add. Like that. Then you dust your surface.
Our third story is about the bride who called it off. 2 days before her wedding, she walked away. Not because he cheated or treated her badly, but because deep down, she knew she was doing it for her family's expectations, not her own joy. She lost money, friends, support. But she says she gained herself back. Is it better to break a promise or break yourself? Rachel, what do you think?
Well, I'm so proud of you. You've done what 1,000 women will not dare. No. Me, I think I love her. It doesn't matter. You'll gain friends. You'll gain friends later. You'll get somebody you love, not somebody your family love. Actually, it's just the two of you who is going to get married. Nili watching a movie inajita Our Marriage, their wedding. So the wedding is for the family, but clearly who is going to stay?
For you.
Yes, you're the one who is going to stay in this marriage.
In this marriage.
Yeah.
I love that you chose yourself.
So if you realize,
Hata kwa
just
altar.
before they put the ring and you say
Yes.
I do, it's okay to walk away.
It's okay to walk away.
Girl, walk away. Man, walk away if you just realize. Hata ukipata just nitoka nini hiyo. Like you get a premonition finally. Okay, this is not going to work out. Walk away.
You have a bad dream on the night on the eve of your wedding.
Yes.
Hapana. Dream. Jamani, hii commitment, hii marriage is commitment nyinyi muelewane.
Hata kama unilala na ukaota, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
You walk and you feel you should walk away, please do. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to stay in this marriage.
Have you ever been in a WhatsApp group your contribution your wedding?
I hate it.
And well, I don't like it either. I only do it for people who are close to me. If they ask, maybe I'll never ask anyone to changa for my wedding.
Wewe mbona tunakuchangiana ni harusi?
Exactly. I'll changa for the other things.
Wacha kuniangalia
If
hivyo.
someone needs
Wacha kuniangalia if you are planning to come with WhatsApp.
if you need school fees, but if you're close to me and you want to do it, I'll changa for you.
Yeah.
But if we've not talked for 5 years and randomly naamka umenitumia message ati
Alafu
ujui aje hata kama niko bedridden.
You see, me, I think in Kenya people are misusing WhatsApp group. And by the way, it's very sad. Me, I want to see people who are bedridden, who need my help,
who want to go to school,
who want to go to exactly,
who want to build a library.
Why don't we? Why do we always bash people about kuchanga for school? I believe that one should.
That's the best. Exactly. That's why we are even Arambe. The origin of Arambe in the villages.
Yes.
Why were people? There were people who are going abroad for studies.
Yes.
There were people who are not having school fees.
Yeah, and
you and your darling husband, you guys have decided you are going to tie this knot in a very expensive garden. Save for it.
No, it's okay to support. If I am close to you, I will support you. But random people adding random people in WhatsApp, that's where we draw the line. But if you are close to me, I will go all out for you because I might need the same help. Yeah. But we are just random. And
it should not be WhatsApp group. You know, come to me. I will because I'm your friend. And of course, by the time we are friends and you are getting married, this is our thing.
Yeah,
This is your thing. I will be in a committee, form a committee, but don't add WhatsApp group. Yeah. Maybe WhatsApp group your committee is sour because these are people who have actually accepted that we are doing this together. But just forming WhatsApp group for the rest. And some people are very able to afford these weddings, by the way. It's advantage. Can we leave WhatsApp group kuchanga for
funerals?
Funerals ya nini? Where? Hata baba journalist.
No, if someone dies suddenly
And there is also bill, yes. But zile za wajaluo.
Gani hizo?
WhatsApp group you see like they are going to get the most expensive house.
Sio hizo
Ndo nasema mimi luxury when you want luxury and you're forming a WhatsApp group for luxury you need to start. Can you do things that you can afford? For weddings you are committee full stop. Wachanga kusumbua watu na WhatsApp group ya harusi. We love you. If I'm so close to you, I don't have to see it for WhatsApp group. Of course I'm your friend. I will be part of the organizing this thing and planning. I will be very happy to do that. But randomly you want something luxurious. I know you very well you can afford this, but you still extending WhatsApp group watu wakuchangie. I'm against weddings wakuchangie.
But I think also consent is important. You see, when let's say I call Atieno and I ask her, hi, I'm going to have a wedding and I want to do a small fundraiser. Are you okay me adding you to the group? Because
instead of just waking up and you've been added,
WhatsApp group.
That one is very, very important. Because someone will feel comfortable and they say,
yes,
I want to support you, but I don't like groups, so don't add me to the group, but I'll send whatever I have.
Let me tell you another thing. The reason why I hate WhatsApp group for weddings. This is your wife. When unaenda kuishi na yeye, mbona tunakuchangia ndio upeleke dawari?
Unajua, by the way, that is a lot of people sometimes really get frustrated after having a big wedding and then now they don't have anything to eat. They have loans. Akuna because all the money was spent on.
I don't have a problem with that.
No, I have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that because ulichukua loan, it is your problem, but au kuja tukuchangie uende furahisha your in-laws.
It's a
you make a start problem. It's a start problem. You make a for me kuchangia uende furahisha in-laws wako.
Nikiitisha mchange utasema you don't want group. So people decide to go for loans which are worse.
No, but why do you have to have that big wedding?
Why do you have to have that
when you cannot afford? I'm getting married for less than
exactly. Let's
20k.
No, yes, you are exactly, and you are here, and you are here with your wife. And those offices are really nice, by the way. Go to a G, come back, cook rice and beans, eat with your husband.
Have a small lunch.
Or a small lunch somewhere. If you cannot even afford that lunch, go to a G, come back, have that very peaceful. You did not kusumbua mtu, hauku mimi shida yangu unakuja ni kuchangia wewe furahisha your in-laws. If you don't have money, tell your in-laws I still don't have money. I cannot afford this type of lifestyle you want from me. But I love your daughter and your daughter loves me and this is what we are planning to do to improve. I will be coming back to bring. Nikileta ng'ombe moja leo, nitawaka hard next year nitaleta ingine na ingine. But we are not giving people pressure.
But if you also have friends who are willing to support you, that's okay.
If they are willing to support you, it's okay. But don't take advantage of forming a WhatsApp group for a wedding if you can afford. Mishida yangu ni, I know people who can afford, but they still come for WhatsApp.
They still believe someone has to changa
for them. You see, I don't know why people enjoy kuomba. You can afford it. My problem is there are people who are genuinely in need, but there are people who can afford it, but they still come for us. Please don't come for me. It's a wedding. It's a luxury. You can go to the AG. Ukiniambia una pesa ya kwenda kwa AG, I would understand. But ni harusi. After staying with your husband for 10 years, you come for a kuchanga. I'm not doing that.
In fact, I would gladly changa for
freshly
for AG,
yes,
for AG.
Exactly.
Or a fresh nini.
A fresh wedding.
Yeah.
And AG, we know, we all know, it's not more than 20k.
Yeah.
Anyango, we know, it's not more than 20k. But you don't stay with your husband for 20 years and then you come up again with WhatsApp group.
And then
you know, if you want wedding with your husband, can you guys to save for
and
it?
then they tell people, it will only have 50k.
You have 50k.
And the budget is 1 million.
They have been cohabitating for 5 years. They want a luxurious wedding and they want us to changa for them. But they are, what I'm going to be, all the weddings, I will changa for people who you are staying differently and now you want to have this wedding.
Yeah.
Make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But you have been staying with your husband. You want to officiate this and then you want us to come again. Na kuchanga for you. Well, get a life.
Mic drop, but people should know that having a small intimate thing does not make your marriage less.
Yeah,
exactly.
sometimes that's very important.
Yeah.
Yes. And something people should also know. Umepelekewa ng'ombe. You don't have that pepper. My dear, you're not married. Get yourself peppers.
Yeah. Like the most important thing is to get the pepper.
Yeah.
To get the pepper.
Get the pepper. And
legalize the marriage.
Peppers are very cheap. If you tell us you're going for the pepper, we know the price of the pepper.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
We know. We will help you get the peppers. But no.
You people
So
have
in
made.
short, we should stop calling couple stays marriage.
Yes, they are not. But I'm not.
They're not.
That is
By the
just
way,
cohabiting.
they're not.
You guys are in friendly term. You decided to stay together.
You are
You're
roommates.
cohabiting.
Exactly.
You are
I
roommates.
think let's not sugarcoat it. We are sugarcoating it. It's not marriage. Even if you have 10 kids, it is not.
It's not legally recognized by the state. Yeah.
Yes. It is good. If you want to go the cultural way, upelekewe ng'ombe and then uende kwa AG.
Yeah.
But ukienda kwa AG, you are better off. Mtu alipelekewa ng'ombe na hajaenda kwa AG.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
for saving a few coins.
Yeah.
But again, we are also not against people who can afford luxurious weddings.
Yeah.
It is nice we will come with
I think
us.
affordability
and it's a
is
dream
the
of every
issue.
woman. By
No,
the way,
it's not.
tusidanganyane.
I don't want to dance for people.
No, not
I
to
don't
dance for people, but you don't want to be in that white gown.
I don't want to be in
I
that
don't
white
think
gown.
it's everyone's dream.
No, it's not. What do you mean? No, it's real. In fact, if I were to do it big, I would do a very luxurious traditional Luo marriage
The
ceremony.
things that are trending.
Not the things that are trending. No, I don't like the white man's idea of what.
They're walking down the aisle.
They're walking down the
I
aisle
think
in a
that's
white
my
gown.
dream wedding.
That's your dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my dream wedding. Hizi zingine zikuje tu because but that's my dream wedding. I don't want to sit here and supply.
You know, someone said people should know that marriage is a serious thing, because what business does the government have in you falling in love with someone else?
Exactly.
Why do you think the government is coming in there?
And for you to get that divorce, anakwambia go separate for a few years, then you come back.
You come back
Why?
for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's lately too. Yes. Go. Because they think you can still get back together.
Exactly.
So just remember, getting married is so easy. Getting divorced by
It's
law
very
is very
expensive.
expensive,
Yeah,
very
but very
expensive.
Yeah.
a very tedious
Yeah.
process. So before you say I do,
Be sure.
be sure.
Hey, but I fear marriage. You people have made me forget my trail of thoughts. Why did we start having this conversation about? I was saying, have you ever been in a WhatsApp group and then suddenly mmetolewa tu kwa group, harusi haijafanyika, amjui nini imefanyika? I'm very proud of people like that.
I have invested in this psychologically, mentally.
Emotionally.
It's a hassle. You know, it's also a hassle.
You cannot pay my emotional investment in you and your husband and your so-called boyfriend.
Yeah.
You have to do that wedding.
No, but it's also just okay to just come to the WhatsApp group and tell people, guys,
It didn't work out.
We are calling off the wedding.
Because you are not in that shoe.
Mimi.
You'll come out and say,
I go and get married. For the rest of my life, stay with someone who I know. I'm not
I will just leave you hanging.
And then when you remember, these are people who are close to you. Are you ever going to talk to them again?
By the time I'm breaking up with you and this wedding is no longer going to happen,
Yeah.
Esther is aware, Atieno is aware, somebody is aware, rumors is all over.
They should depend on the rumors.
Get out of WhatsApp group. Nini unanisumbua.
Our chapatis, now we're making our chapatis. We've dusted our surface. So this is where we know kama wewe ni mtu wa mathematics or not.
The math teacher.
Remember, it is the thought that counts.
It's not the thoughts, man. It's not the thought.
Shepu tunaachia nani?
Shepu ni majaliwa.
Yeah, so that is how you roll your chapati.
How do you love your chapatis? Big, round, big rounded,
Or round.
or just a medium size.
Medium size, not too big, not too small.
See,
Just
this is
a
a quick
medium
match.
size. Like this is okay. Yeah. So you repeat the same process with the rest of your chapati. When you knead your dough nicely, you shouldn't struggle with the rolling.
With the rolling.
Yeah.
The single woman everyone pitches. She's 38, never married, no kids. She's happy, travels, has a solid career. But every family gathering feels like judgments. People say things like, you're too picky or you'll regret it later. She smiles, but deep down she wonders, am I enough on my own? Do we equate singlehood with sadness even when someone is thriving? I'm not 38, but this person is talking about me.
I also wanted to ask you, not even you, I wanted to ask, because now, of course I can't relate.
Yeah, you can't relate?
Yeah, I can't relate. I can't relate. The reason why?
Yeah.
So it is confirming, you see, when like out here, we are very happy, but deep inside, I wish I had someone.
No, I'm not wishing.
You just picky.
Sometimes I just wonder because of the things people say. It does not bother me.
So
but the
they're
things
getting
people tell you,
into
why can't you get married?
Yeah, there is a way Esther would put it. What people say, sometimes you'll take a break, not a break, you step a step back and start questioning
your own decisions and choices. Yeah.
I think people should stop bothering you with your decisions.
Do we equate singlehood with sadness even when someone is thriving? Like people assume that you're not happy because you're not married.
You're not married.
Yeah. When really you're enjoying, you're having the time of your life.
Yeah. But even you see the fact that you can step back and wonder if you're really happy.
You're wondering because other people are talking.
So it is getting into your head. Therefore, you're not 100% happy. That's normal.
No, you're happy.
You're happy. It's normal. It's normal
Listen.
to listen when people are talking.
Yeah.
You, man, I was proud of you until you start second guessing yourself.
Yeah.
That's where we went separate ways. You thriving, kwanza thriving hapo. You're already thriving, number one. Age doesn't matter. So long as you're happy and you're fulfilled. Then what? When you being picky is good to me. Because I don't just want to settle. It's not about settling, it's not about getting married. It's getting married when I want, with who I want to live for the rest of my life with. So me being picky, you should be proud of me. Why do you want me just to go kwa barabara na nichague tu?
Uchague mtu tu randomly. Society judges single women. In fact, once ushafika 25, the assumption is umemaliza college, and maybe you have like a small job, people assume that is the time when you should get married. You should
And
get
some
married.
people say that's the best age to get married.
It's not.
There's, I think there's no.
You've not
best
even
age.
lived your life.
You've not
to
even
get
lived.
married.
You've not even enjoyed
Yeah.
paying your own rent in your own house.
Hapo kwa rent hapana. Why do you want us to suffer? Nini na rent tena inakuja. Paying rent is not easy. Why do you want them to pay rent?
No.
If somebody can pay that rent well and good.
My point was that at least every woman should get to enjoy living alone,
To know yourself,
to know yourself,
know what you want.
know what independence looks like.
But still you can get that independency when you're married. You can. Hey, why are you looking at me like that?
No, well you can, but for some people they can't. You've never met people who say who cannot. They are unable to get out of a toxic situation.
Today I'm going to defend married women. Because naona ni kama mnauao.
They don't believe they can do it on their own.
But that's a state of mind.
Exactly.
And there are so many factors that is contributing to that. Number one, chances are very high is that husband. You're calling darling husband. Yeah, if they can't support you, if they can't affirm you, if they can't push you,
Yeah.
if all the time you do something, whether it's in your career or something, they see the fault in it,
Yeah.
that person is messing up with your self-esteem. And that's why the dependency rate, or you start questioning your life choices and you're wondering if you can do life without him,
Yeah.
if you can make any decision. Au ni wale hata something as simple as something that even the man is wondering, why are you asking me? Why don't you just make that decision? Yeah, you're still making that decision because number one, severally he has made it a point to pin you down. So you don't want to be pinned down because it's a bad state to be at. So you keep on asking for permission. Anything you want to do, you want to get his opinion.
Yeah.
While he just wants a woman who can make decision. Just come and say, actually, I bought that land. Here's the title deed. What is wrong with that? Wacha kuniangalia.
Nakupima.
I think whatever situation you're in, if you're at that age and you're single, that's still okay. If you're not ready to settle,
You know that these people come at you. You're not happy.
yeah, but it's
Why is it getting into your head? Esther, my problem with this woman is only
Yes.
one. I mean, I love this woman back from here to Timbuktu.
Yeah.
The problem is she has started second guessing herself.
Yeah.
But I think
It's normal.
I think it's human nature to second guess.
Then therefore, this singlehood is not like happy, like 150%.
No, it
Can
can
you
be.
do it that way?
But if a lot of people are telling you or are making you second, it gets
Actually, I've never been in that situation. That's why I'm very curious. I want to know. Yeah. I've never been single, baby. I'm sorry.
Did you get married at 18?
I was a baby. I've never been in that situation. I don't know how it feels to be single. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I can tell you how it feels.
I don't know. Esther would say soko ni chafu. But I think they should take advantage of the freedom. They should take advantage of, you see, like, you can go very fast when you're single because now decisions do not have to be delayed because of opinion of the other person.
Yeah.
You make mistake, you fall, you stand, you pick up your pieces, and you move. I don't know how we can help them stop listening to what the society think about it and focus.
Yeah.
Maybe they're losing focus.
They're losing focus.
Are you guys losing focus?
We're not losing focus.
Then why are we?
You know, every time I think part of the reason why I'm still single is married people. The stories,
So what have we done?
the stories that married people are telling us here. Hey, bwana.
Unasema no.
Unasema no. Unasema tano tena.
But do you realize?
Yeah.
Most marriages are very beautiful.
That's what I was about to say. We need more people in
More good
beautiful-
stories.
Yeah, we need more good stories because
we don't need validation.
the good stories don't
Don't
make
come
it
to us.
social media.
Don't come to us
Yeah.
telling us about people who should stay. I saw a story online that was like somebody wrote a post to the wife. At you stay and I love you more. You stayed, I love you more. Therefore, you've been keeping up with a lot of nonsense from him. Unaona? Yeah, you stayed. That's why I love you more. Because you could have left. Whatever I did.
So he's saying he loves her more because she tolerated
Exactly. Most women were clapping. Oh wow, this is beautiful. It is not beautiful. You just decided to forget yourself the 5 years babying and building this man. Yeah, because he would go do nonsense and then you come back. Marriage is sacred. We were taught to stay and fight for it. Fight for what is worth fighting for. Don't fight for your death sentence.
We need more positive stories.
More success stories.
But I've seen couples who are very happy at 50 and they don't have stories of, you see, I fought when we started. I fought when we started. Can we just be straight with each other? Do you want to stay with me? Do you love me? Do you want us to work this out? If it is not working, I will shout with a single sign of you not being emotionally. That's noise until you get it.
There was a video trending on social media this week actually. The couple is popular. The lady was talking about how the guy cheated so many times.
The same woman.
Did you watch that?
And then the guy would say, but it's just the same woman. So why are you justifying? But it's cheating.
And then
why are you still here?
Eti tumetoka mbali. We've been through, but then usually when you hear people saying tumetoka mbali is fine. When you hear people
I want tumetoka mbali financially
is still fine.
Yes,
but when most of the time when you hear people say we've been through ups and downs, those downs were cheating stories. Which is so annoying because number one, you're also risking.
Only few percentage will reach 50 and happy with a cheating husband kama hakuleta maugonjwa kwa maisha yenu. Unaona? By the time you are tolerating nonsense mpaka ufike 50, ukifika 50 you are old, you are stressed, you are not enjoying this life anymore. Make things straight from the very first day. This is how I want my marriage. This is how I want life. If you can't work, if you can't do this, if you can't make me happy, if you can't affirm me, then there is no need us moving and wasting years. We've wasted 10 years. Thank God nimeamuka leo na nimeona it is not working. Tricky sana.
I saw that woman talking and I was like,
and the confidence. It was the same woman cheating. And then why are we talking about this year in, year out? If you're not cheating, you're not for this thing. Why are we here? Do you know?
And then now they say that is a successful marriage.
I don't know how to forgive a cheating husband. I don't know how to forgive a cheating husband. You cheat on me, you've disrespected me. That's the level. That's the lowest actually. Because now, how do you tell me you don't love me if you don't?
But they justify that by saying that cheating has nothing to do with love.
I cheated only on one. I think for men, it doesn't happen emotionally. You cheating! You are cheating!
Is single life being glamorized in today's culture? The soft life, solo travel, independence? Is it?
I don't think so. I think people are just realizing who they actually are, which is triggering for people who have not figured it out. But again, some of these things are not real. They're just for the cameras, they're just for the social media. And if you can't afford that life, I think I'll advise to just go for what makes you happy. Because now, we don't want to lie. There are people who are brought up in a very stable homes and they believe, at one point I would love to also own a home as happy as my parents' home or as happy as my neighbor's home, which is okay. That dream, don't stop. Live hoping one day you'll have it, but it should not get into your head and lose the focus in the process of waiting for the Mr. Right to come. So when Mr. Right is coming, I'm not looking at us, I'm sorry. When Mr. Right is coming,
I feel judged. I feel attacked.
When Mr. Right is coming, it's coming to somebody who is mature emotionally, somebody who is mature financially, somebody who is mature career-wise, and there would be peace because nobody is still a baby. We don't have baby. We don't feel
in a relationship.
In a relationship,
Yeah. So
it's draining.
At the end of the day, you take your time. If you feel you're ready, then that's it.
Yeah.
But take your time.
But
there's no rush.
Yeah.
But
There's no
if
deadline.
you're not answering this question,
I want to answer it now.
are we glamorizing single life?
Give me time.
Esther first, then Rachel.
They're now
Are we glamorizing single life?
Sasa hapo ndo kuna shida.
Ni kama tunaiweka.
Jibu swali.
What was the question again?
Is single life being glamorized in today's culture? Are we glamorizing the soft life, solo travel, independence? I mean, I have a glamorizing.
I think we are because
solo traveling.
Yeah.
Oh, this is you.
Remember, being single means you're used to having your own space, doing your own things. So of course, other people will admire it. And other people will now start castigating you.
Hey.
You're just lonely over there.
You need somebody that you can share notes with. When you're down, you can come and sengenya your boss, your toxic boss.
But this is not where
you can do that with your friends.
Yes, this is where the pressure comes in.
Pillow talk. Why? Pillow talk is so sweet. You need somebody, mnakosana, and then the next day, unauliza bill must be paid, and then all of a sudden we are sweetheart again. No, we need. I don't want you to look at whatever is happening on Instagram. Single people overdoing life and living like that is the ultimate goal.
I think married people.
But why are we single people always being castigated? Like we are just living our lives normally. And
listen. Those guys are going on trips every day. You are single and you cannot afford that. Don't get into debt. Trying to don't get into debt. If you're married and you are happy, please don't look at them. Maybe you and your husband cannot afford those trips. It's fine. They are single. They are going out to solo trips. Maybe they are wishing if somebody could be here and we could be running on beach together.
Or then you on the balcony.
It could be nicer. So where you are married, some people are admiring you. We are so proud of you. Keep that home alive. Make it work. If it's not working, don't force it. You are single, you are happy, you are traveling, you are enjoy life. Because when that guy comes, he will come in with terms and conditions and children. Yeah, he will come in a lot of things, and you have to accommodate him because now it's the two of you.
Yes,
I think life is about seasons.
If you are an indoor person, you just love your bed and your sleep and you're living a very quiet, private life. It works for you. It's fulfilling. It's make you happy. Please don't force yourself to get into things that are not.
Don't succumb to pressure.
Are people being honest about the hard parts of singlehood or marriage?
No,
we are not being honest.
We are not.
Everyone is covering up.
Married people, it's cute. Single people are traveling, but huko kwa beach wanataka mtu ndio nayo.
Kuna instances where you feel lonely and you feel like you should have someone, but then there are instances where you wake up and then you're saying, "This is the life I want to live."
Who wants to grow old? I'm not throwing shades.
I'm not throwing shades.
I think who wants to grow old at 60 and they are still lonely? Mimi baridi hainikuli tena peke yangu at 50.
I think I've felt lonely, especially during holidays.
Those are things that we don't talk about.
We don't talk about as single people. When people are spending time with their families, now when you've not gone to shags, because that is the only family you know.
Exactly.
That is the only family you've not gone to shags.
You grow up, you also want to bring up
your own. I think in those moments, people feel lonely
when
sometimes.
You remember all.
There are moments that this guy is not understanding you. He's just stubborn.
And you're stuck with them.
Yeah. Now, like if you look at reasons why you're not happy, you can also not tell why you're not happy today. It doesn't matter. It's not a must that you're not happy all the time. But it's a roller coaster of event. Sometimes you ask yourself, or you start questioning your life choices, and you're wondering whether you made the right choice. The next day, it's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing that ever
just like Jessica said.
Yes, that ever happened to your life. So like if it's not emotionally draining, and it's just the up and down beat, and you think you can figure it's you. Actually, it's about you. You think you can figure it out. You can still push. Okay, if you want to build,
well and good. Is marriage for love or for survival?
I think both.
Marriage is for survival and the continuity of the human race. Yes, that's what I think.
I'm not talking about this.
No, you have to.
We're talking about so many women insider.
You know,
insider information.
You're compelling me to talk about this. As I said, it's the roller coaster event.
Yeah.
But
what
90% you are very happy because the two of you will share a lot of things. You are so tired at work. When you come back home, there is somebody who will listen. It doesn't matter. Sometimes they will not listen. Sometimes they will just be then wondering why you're making noise. But at least you can rant. You can vent. I don't have people use and sit down to vent.
Why do people get married?
For companion.
For companionship.
Yes, and love.
And love.
Yeah.
And stability.
Actually, stability.
And stability.
Yeah, wacha tuende tuhaswa alafu tuje to figure it out. Easy beats zote wawili.
I think love only makes up 10% of what a successful marriage is about.
Even if it is 1%.
1%.
Even if it is 1.
It is the thought that counts.
It is the thought that counts. Even if for marriage, even if it is 1%, the commitment equal 90%, you are thriving. You're thriving. Yeah. You will understand each other.
Yeah.
You'll
like you're committed to the goal.
You're committed to the goal.
While we married.
Exactly. While we married. So I think love, even if it is 0.5, but there is commitment, there is respect.
Yes.
You thriving.
Respect is very important.
I think why are we not talking about respect enough?
Respect is very, very important.
Why?
To be given the respect exams.
Even dating, if there is no respect, then it doesn't work.
Respect comes from, it starts from day one, or even at a talking stage. Respect.
So in short, nimesema ni hata 5% to even enough for marriage.
Are we honest about the reasons we choose our partners? Are we honest?
You see? What is okay for you now might not be okay for
you. Might change.
It keeps on changing.
Yeah.
So what attracted you, unaingia hapo unasema, hii hata ni 2%.
Because people are evolving, people are growing. And 1 year from now.
Maybe it was the handsomeness.
Yes.
And then now the baby came and
so
I needed something else. Maybe it was the caring bit or the money, and then money is not sustainable. Maybe
and then
tomorrow there is no money, and then now you're wondering what's going on.
Maybe you even thought this person was all in, but it's because they were not busy, and then they get busy with work, and then now you start saying it. Oh, he does not have time for me, or she does not have time for me. But when you got
married, he doesn't have time for you. He doesn't have time for you.
No, let me give you an example. When you got married, you're in a junior position, and then all of a sudden you've been promoted to maybe a senior position, which has more responsibilities.
If we are growing together, I will understand. You don't just wake up and you see, we are married when we are not both here.
Yes.
And then definitely, if I don't forget myself, nobody is forgetting herself in between or himself in between, then we are growing. So by the time you getting there, therefore we understand each other. You're busy, I'm busy, and then we understand each other. Yes. But the fact that you too busy for me and you did not inua me with you as you are growing, then something is wrong.
Na kama utaki kuinuliwa.
Okay, now blame me. But if everything remain constant, and then this is happening, then you're not a good man.
But then it's a very serious issue of concern. Someone said that you should not leave your partner behind.
You should not.
Yeah.
Well, let them call you Bob the Builder. Please build.
If I take a point, you'll not be on the same page.
You will not be on the
Yes,
same page.
exactly.
And the woman will still only. Women are the victim, by the way.
Not all the time. Sometimes it's the man.
No, women are bad. When they grow, they leave the man. If you don't grow with her, hey, that woman is not gonna.
No, men leave the woman.
Wacha nikwambie, it's rare sana a man to leave a woman because of growth. But it's very easy for daughters of Pharaoh to leave you
Because of Jezebel.
to leave you if you not growing at her pace, especially when she has already tried as well.
Yeah.
Anajaribu, they don't just leave you, but they will try.
They give it all, and
They
then
give it
finally
all. Then
you're
when it's not working, then it's not working for them. But they don't give up easily. It can even take 10 years of trying. But for men, most of the time they would be very happy if you are here and they are here and they are providing because of the ego bit. If I am here and you are here, then you're not doing a good job. As a man.
Should be
Tukianza hapa, 10 years we should be here together so that I don't feel like you're too busy for me. But when you're too busy for me, then because simu sinalianga na unasema give me a minute, I receive this. Hi baby, I'm in a meeting. Let me call you in the next 10 minutes. Then you don't forget to call me after your meeting. When you are forgetting to call me after your meeting, I'm not your priority. I'm not somewhere in between.
What does a marriage of convenience look like today?
Hey, staying for the kids. Staying for the kids.
How is that convenience?
I think staying for the financial stability. Marriage of convenience, where you know when you leave this marriage, your kids are going to, they were in a private school, they're going to go to a public
Things
school.
are going to chemka
To
for you.
chemka for them.
Maybe
And
you
sometimes
are,
me, I stop judging those women who are staying for kids.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you are staying
It's about
in
that kid. It's because kid is you.
You're staying in a good estate, and then you say, if I leave this marriage now, I'm going to the slums. So that is what marriage for convenience means. The stability and
I'm going to lose this car.
yes, all the privileges that come with it.
But if it's making you happy, stay.
Would you marry someone who checks all the boxes except love?
So how do you check boxes if love is not there?
There are several boxes to be checked.
I'm not discussing that because I love money.
Someone said that you might marry someone you don't love, and then somewhere along the line you just fall in love.
Very common.
But it's risky.
It's risky, but you can. I've seen people who have been insisting, like there is no love, but you see the consistency. The consistency, and then the man starting. You see, it's what we feed in your head. Then the man started falling, and then now the kids will come along the way. There you go.
That's a risky affair.
It's risky. What if you don't fall in love? You just end up like resenting them.
When now you make decisions. So my problem is, listen, I always say, if you are doing something because of something, make sure that something is sustainable. If it is money, because money is attracting you to this guy, but clearly you don't love him, make sure that his money
How are you going to make sure
permanent
when
money.
he's the one
How are you
making
going to make sure the money is permanent?
You see, the money comes with a lot of things. Number one is personality. Are you hardworking? I can see that. And it is something I can sustain in you. I can push you to go, to grow more and more and more. And then if your money is coming from genuine sources, I know you're working, and at a kazi ikiisha, it will take us maybe 3 years or 4 years, and then you catch up again. Yes. If it is a sustainable money, this money is coming from the right sources, just go for it. Go for it, because what makes you happy is what you want.
Is what you want. So I would really love to hear from our viewers. Would you marry someone who checks all the boxes except love? Let us know in the comments.
Whether you're married, single, in between, figuring it out, one thing is so clear.
goals are changing, and maybe that's okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about the titles, the rings. It's about being fulfilled and true to yourself.
This has been Sima and Say. We've had an amazing conversation. Until next time, keep it honest, keep it hot, and be true to yourself.